How's it? Today is Wednesday, July 24th, the third day of the deload. Today I did some clean and jerk work, and it was challenging. Today was real simple, like power clean plus split jerk, work up to a few sets of 1+1 at 110-ish. Steve originally told me to do that. Yeah, do 115. I told him, I was like, I don't know if I can do 115. I don't think I could do 115. He's like, oh, okay, we'll start at around 110-ish. Okay. I was like, okay, we can do that. We can do that. And I'm glad I said that because 110 was hard today. There was a lot of issues. Oh, looking around, if Blake saw that. By the way, appreciate you, Blake. I don't know if you're going to watch this video, but appreciate you, buddy. But yeah, like the cleans today at 110 just made me feel like I'm not moving in the direction that I was prior to doing these power cleans. And it's humbling to say the least, but it's mostly like a wake-up call, in my opinion. My upper back is toast right now. It is absolutely destroyed. And I don't know really what that's from, because yesterday it felt okay from Monday's work, and it wasn't really hurting too much on Monday. But today it felt like it felt like I had done a lot of work strictly on my upper back. Like, imagine just being hunched over for like, I don't know, 10 hours. That's kind of how it felt like it was feeling today when I started lifting, and it did not really go away. Here's my first set at 110. The kind of things that were really affecting me a lot today were my shoulder from yesterday. I know I mentioned it yesterday, and it was really sore yesterday when I was doing my overhead press for the back squat, on my back squat day. But today it kind of was inhibiting me from getting my elbows around the bar. And I feel like certain things, so you see that little, right when I catch the bar on my shoulders, my elbows don't go very high. And that is strictly, look, I'm not happy here. That is, that little elbow thing is strictly from me feeling tension in my shoulder. So you see how, like, at the catch, my left elbow is fairly high, and then my right elbow is really low. And I think two things kind of are affecting that. Of course, first is going to be my shoulder tightness, my shoulder mobility, or immobility. Is that even a word? That's probably not a word. But that, and also my inability to get the bar close enough to my neck, like a little bit higher up on my clavicle. And you see that on my left elbow or my left shoulder, it really catches fairly well, and then my right one does not, except for maybe on this rep. But I split my feet out quite wide, and you see there, I'm trying to just like, oh look how wide my feet were. And I think that if I had started my lifts today in a different headspace, then I feel like it would have been a little bit better. And that headspace is literally just a technique shift. I was trying my best to keep my chest up, but I feel like keeping my chest up was not specific enough, because I can keep my chest up and have my shoulder blades kind of be all over the place, right? And that is, some people can lift like that, where their shoulder blades are really like, I think it's protracted when your shoulder blades move away from your spine. I think it's also called like scapular abduction, abduction, where you're like allowing your scapula to move away from your spine. Some people can lift like that. I've seen it happen a lot, and I think that a lot of times those cases, their limb lengths and everything else is going to be very different from mine. But I think when I figured out when I was doing my clean pulls that there's no way on earth I would be able to maintain like proper structural stability without having retracted shoulder blades or squeezing my shoulder blades towards my spine. I also have I'm trying to get like a little bit of depression in my shoulder blades, which is pushing it down towards my waist or my hips. But you can see me here, kind of finicking here with 150 for my clean pulls. I'm just trying to get into the right position. I'm trying to get some amount of internal shoulder rotation, and then scapular retraction and depression all at once. And that is causing me to have a little bit more chest up, a little bit more squeezed, a little bit tighter upper body positioning. And if I had done those kind of starting cues at the beginning with my power cleans, I feel like my power cleans would have gone a lot better, just because my upper body was in a better position to begin with, and I wouldn't be experiencing as much pain as I was. When I feel like it wasn't a lot of like sharp pain like I'm very used to, but it was like a very dull kind of nagging pain that just persisted throughout the entire day. It didn't get worse as I was lifting, which is a good sign, but it definitely didn't get better. So I'm you know I know I said I was gonna address it before using like my peanut and my upper back mobility type stuff, and I am, you know, it's not one of those things that's gonna be an overnight fix. So hopefully it gets better in the coming weeks, because I'm trying to push weights. Like, that is my main goal right now. But my accessory works were some dumbbell rows. Did like 3 sets of 10 with like 80 pounds. That was maybe a bit excessive. We'll see. We'll see. I felt like that was going to get a little bit of blood flow to my upper back, and that would have helped in the long run. So I'm not entirely sure. I finished off with my GHD sit-ups. Yeah, today was hard, but I showed up and I made all my lifts today, so that's a positive. But that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Shoots.